Hi, my name is Alicia Rail, and thank you for joining me today. I'm going to be speaking my presentation on a personal leadership discovery, and I interviewed someone I know very well as my leadership example, and his name is Kevin Grannon. Kevin Grannon currently is the campus coordinator for a nonprofit activism group called Turning Point USA. His job entitles speaking and communicating with supervisors, members, and possible new recruits about the vision of the organization he's a part of. He also plans events for further engagement amongst members. Previous employment would showcase him as a leader in marketing sales as a coordinator in the dealership he worked for. He consistently strives to reach out to customers online and bring them in person or just online, all who were interested in buying a car. Now, to showcase his leadership abilities in either the activism group or his previous employment, I wanted him to respond on what he saw in himself and how others also saw himself as certain qualities to build up his leadership personnel. And a few words to describe him that he mentioned were decisive, personal, and contagious. So to touch on that, I wanted to first dig a little deeper on decisive. Kevin's decisive nature requires knowing how significant a problem or a decision is that needs to be made or solved. He is also an expert on each and every matter that he faces. He makes sure that he acquires and gathers enough information in order to make an informed decision. He also has the ability to let his followers chime in and share their knowledge and their opinions on the said situation, and then he will eventually use that and transform it towards appropriately advancing his activism group. A quote I found on being decisive is by Theodore Roosevelt, and he states, "In any moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing. The worst thing you can do is nothing." Kevin's job required consistent updates weekly and almost daily interaction amongst its members to make sure everyone felt included, even though a lot of the times we're at home during these tougher times. Following on with an evaluation of Kevin's leadership qualities was how he's personal. To describe his personal approach, I wanted to mention how he has the ability to one-on-one coach. This involves directly engaging with each one of his followers. This means minimizing distractions when actively listening to his members or supervisors, looking for specific cues that they are trying to share with him, and also providing feedback because communication is a two-way street. I put over on the right hand side a little quote about how there is an open loop process in our brains and the limbic relation center of it, where it means that when you're near someone or communicating, any external interaction can alter hormone levels, cardiovascular function, sleep rhythms, and even immune function inside the body of one another. It's important to make sure what you're saying and how you say it is handled appropriately, and hopefully it can lead to a positive and healthy outcome. The last part of Kevin's leadership quality was how he's contagious. I see his contagious efforts through how he motivates with a little bit of friendly competition. He does this in a healthy manner. He sometimes offers gift cards or even does personal shout outs and group messaging, such as the social media app they use, such as GroupMe. This allows for other members to be highlighted for their prestigious efforts towards advancing the common vision of the organization by just sharing the word amongst students that go to NKU. Now, when reflecting and interpreting how Kevin is as a leader, I wanted to say he's a situational leader. He is very flexible in his approach. He knows how to follow the path goal theory, framing the outlook of the concept of tasks needed to accomplish, or even where the task can be accomplished, and exactly how to combine everyone's ideals and collaborate them and make sure that everyone feels like they're part of a coherent shared experience. Lastly, when talking about how Kevin's leadership has impacted me and how I interpret it now, I want to make sure that I'm always actively listening to make sure that my fellow employers, employees, or group members always feel included. To organize a growing community in activism or anywhere else that needs a leader, as a leader, I will make sure that I set the example so I can gather up a consistent group of engaged followers that can all help work towards one shared visionary goal. Thank you for your time and have a good day.